Hello everybody, Jean back with more Mars anomalies. I hope you're all doing well and having a great holiday. To those that are working in the law enforcement and emergency services, thank you for being there and looking out for our best interests. This is part 3, blocks, knobs and geometric patterns east of Zea Dorsa on Mars. The IRIS photograph we're analyzing is called Rocky Outcrop southeast of Hellas Planitia, and I'll include the link in the description below. IRIS acquired this photograph on the 2nd of June 2013 at a resolution of 25 centimeters per pixel, and as usual I'm showing you images I cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file. This is a crop from the low-res JPEG, and we're looking at the anomalies in these dark patches. So this is part 3, the conclusion. This area is located 51.82 degrees south, 96.76 degrees east. In this area between some hills or mountains, in that dark patch, which I speculate might be a dried up lake or dam. So the first anomaly we're looking at, we've got some more alignment of knobs or features on this anomaly in the center of the screen, which measures about 20-25 meters long and about 10 meters wide. We zoom in and we see these circular holes, or these might be little knobs casting these shadows, but these measure about a meter and a half across, and we can see they're in a line, almost equally spaced. And then on this side we've got two strange raised parts with these long narrow slits or openings. Could those be little vents? Who knows? Possibly rectangular blocks on top, partially covered in sand and dust. We're looking at more rectangular objects over there. This one measures about, let's see, 12 meters long by about 6 meters wide. Got two straight edges there and a right angle, and then a diagonal edge running through there. And then in the center of this one side we've got a little knob or feature casting this shadow. Otherwise it might be a combination of a little object on the top with a slot cut into the one side over here. And it seems there's a smaller rectangular part sticking out from underneath this larger block. Okay, yeah, we're looking at this weird object, which is about 6 meters in diameter. We've got a knob or feature right there in the center, casting that shadow, and then two really strange geometrical and symmetrical sides to it, and then these two parts sticking out to the right. It's almost like some type of craft perhaps, or some wreckage. Okay, yeah, we're looking at another strange object. Looks almost the shape of a toilet again. Not that this is, it's just what it looks like. Familiar shape. This thing is about, let's see, 8 meters long by about 6 meters wide. So let's zoom in on it. But this rounded piece to the one side, rectangular part coming off to the right, and right there in the center we've got another one of these circular oval shaped objects, possibly another knob. or maybe a smaller part lying there in the center. It looks as if it's got a small little sphere or dome in the center of it as well. And there's this triangular part to the right, also with an object on the surface casting that shadow in the middle over there. Check out these blocks or slabs. Okay, this one's about 12 meters by 12 meters. A straight edge running through there. Flat, smooth surface. And there we've got another one of these circular knobs. Yeah, another partially buried sort of rectangular object. Straight edge running through there. And then a couple of slots cut into it too. 90-degree angles, check that out. And then a smaller part on the surface, casting that shadow. Check out this square object over there, a really bright, smooth surface, measuring about 10 by 12 meters. Check out that, looks almost machined, very smooth surface. 3 straight edges over here, with 2 right angles as well. Looks like a partially buried block. Okay, here we're looking at this alignment and grouping of objects over there. Each of these measures about 10 by 10 meters. Here we've got a rectangular slab or block. You can see the 90-degree angle over there. Smooth flat surface. The smaller object lying on the top. Here we've got a multiple-sided, almost hexagon-shaped object again. Flat surface with smaller stones, knobs or features on it. There's a triangular piece with a rounded side there, and what looks like a little pipe or tube on the surface over here. Check out that, we can see a little rounded opening. There's another part with a hole in it, right in its center. Here we've got a row of smaller blocks and slabs. Check that out. Here's one with 2 straight edges and a right angle. This one over here's got a little diamond-shaped knob or feature on it. Check out this one. Got a circular disc-like feature on top of that one. To the side here, we've got what looks like another weird block. It's got a side over here, but it's partially raised in the center with that long rectangular narrow piece going off that direction. Here we can see one of the sides. So rather strange to see another one of these shapes. It's like it's got 2 flanges on either side. I don't know what else to call it. More blocks over here. Check this one out. Seems to have a circular hole drilled in that side. Check out these objects. So here we're looking at this alignment of smaller features or knobs on top of this one, which measures about 12 by 10 meters. And on top we've got 2 meter to meter and a half wide objects. This raised part to it, and also rather weird to see these in a straight line almost as well, running parallel to this side. Looking at this, smooth, bright object over there, which measures about 10 meters across. Very smooth, bright surface. Some geometry and symmetry to this shape, to the bottom. And then there, another one of these little diamond-shaped knobs or features, casting that shadow. Okay, here we're looking at some more arrangement or grouping of objects in this area here. And these are about 8 by 8 meters. Check out this block over here. Smooth, bright surface, straight edge. It looks like a hole there in the center. This looks like a metal plate running through over here. Check out the straight edge, partially covered in sand and dust. Look at this strange piece. It looks like there's a larger base covered in dust, then a triangular object on the top with 3 parts that are equally sized, almost same shape, but 2 in a row parallel to this side. And then coming off this carved in side, you've got this sort of little dome-like feature there. We're looking at one of these L-shaped objects again. This one's about 10 meters long by about 4 meters wide. Smooth, flat surface, straight edge running through there. Almost 90-degree angle, a part running off to the side. More arrangement of blocks. We've got some patterns here again. Here we're looking at these objects. This one's about 12 by 10 meters. Multiple layers here. It looks like a larger base. At the bottom, straight edges, almost like a rectangular slab. And on top, we've got multiple layered objects over here. Could this be sort of metal plate? Bent, wrecked metal debris or something. We've got 1, 2, 3 sort of lying on top of one another. We've got a little pyramid shape casting that shadow. To this side, an eroded, wrecked block perhaps, with a little pyramidal feature on the top. We can see 2 darker insets over there. Those look like dark windows. And going across there, supporting structure perhaps. Looks like a little lookout. Who knows what that could be? But it definitely looks as if there's like a little support structure there holding this up, with 2 darker openings over there. Maybe those are windows. Yeah, we're looking at these objects. So about 10 by 10 meters each. Straight edge coming through there. 90-degree angles, another one going off that side. Got a triangular piece to it over here. Going diagonally across this larger piece. Also smooth, flat surface with 2 knobs on either side there. Got the same size. Then underneath, looks almost as if it might be tucked in or next to this one. We've got another megalithic block or slab. On top of it, this looks like a rectangular part. There we got squares, ovals and triangles. Okay, here we're looking at these objects, and this little flattened dome-like feature is about 2-3 meters in diameter. It's right there in the center of this object. Here we're looking at very similar anomaly I just showed a little while earlier. Two pieces to it, about 8 meters high and about 10 meters across. Got what looks like could be metal plate, definitely raised off the surface. And now we've got a triangular piece sticking out of what could be an opening over here, with straight edges, a rounded corner, and that looks like a hole cut into the one side there. Okay, yeah, we're looking at this object, top left. Looks like another one of these metal plates, maybe some wreckage, about 12 meters long. Very bright, smooth surface. It's very metallic in nature. A right angle over here. Rounded corner, same over there. Partially raised off the surface to this side. And then buried in sand and dust. Okay, we're looking at this strange arrangement of objects. The circular disc is about 5 meters in diameter, and right there in the center we've got an object casting that shadow, and it looks as if this is a sort of a raised part to this larger construction. Could this have been a type of a hanger perhaps? Could I speculate that this is a disc that was parked inside a hanger there? Pure speculation, of course. And then I would appreciate your comments below. Let me know what you make of these. You're looking at this huge block, and it's about 15 meters long, about 10 meters wide, relatively smooth flat surface. Right there in the center we've got a little dome feature or knob, and then a carved out area on this side over here. It seems that pattern's repeated on this side with two rounded edges. Another, it looks like block over here, and a hole drilled into the one side there, or machined into the one side. Okay, here we're looking at more alignment of objects located in this area, and this piece is about 18 meters long, and these smaller objects on the top are about a meter and a half across. They're arranged in a circular pattern here, almost like a V over here. Straight edge running through this. Looks like another piece of metal plate perhaps. So a preview at the next video. It will be another Saturn Arc Raptor Zone collaboration. We're returning to Asimov's blocks, this time in color. Just a quick preview. We're looking at these megalithic blocks or ruins. This piece over here still remains very, very strange. But this cube, little rounded part there, looks almost like a sphere. This looks like a metal plate. On top of this object over there that comes over the edge. Now we've got a block that looks like it might have a row of little symbols going through the center there. Another block over here, smooth flat surface, little features on the top. Those little glyphs, we'll zoom in on that in the next video. Another block over here, partially buried. You can see two sides and two very straight edges, right angle there. Check out this piece. Also shows signs of damage and corrosion, but these two parts to over here are still relatively intact and smooth. Got a narrow rectangular piece here, a little square one over there, also stepped, and these look like narrow rectangular openings, maybe carved out areas. Could that be part of a machine or wreckage, or maybe a megalithic structure? There's another block over here, straight sides and a right angle there. Okay, here's another sort of slab looking block over there. Lots of smaller ones over here, located here in this area. Could this have been a structure? All these blocks have been dislodged. Look almost like tiles, measuring about 5 by 5 meters, very similar to those found on the Kanowski pyramid, courtesy of my friend Saturn Arc. I'll include the link to his channel below. Now we're looking at another block or slab over here, so about 8 by 8 meters, smooth flat surface, straight edges and a right angle there. Another one of these semicircular parts, very straight edge going through there and going off at 90 degrees this way. And right there in the center, another one of these little spheres or domes. Got this smooth object, rounded corners, looks like it's been made. Some intelligent design perhaps. So that's it for part 3. I'll be back soon with the next video. I hope you enjoy the holiday. Let me know what you make of these anomalies in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. And I'll be back soon. Thank you again. Bye bye for now.